Your doctor won't help you? What the fuck? Fuck your doctor. You need to get a new doctor. Chronic pain is not a joke, man. Chronic pain is one of the leading reasons for suicide. Like, you gotta get chronic pain sorted out. It is really, really terrifying. Yeah, it's there's a lot of aspects about EMDR that make it worthwhile. There's a lot going on there. It's not as simple as, like, you know, touch paddle, get better, but because you're active military still, it's tough, man. Yeah, there's resources out there for you. You may not want to talk to your NCOs about it, your leadership about it, but yeah, you can't just hold on and shake your phone and feel better. It's touch fuzzy, get dizzy. Nice reference. But if you end up actually trying it out, trying your therapy out, I promise it won't just help you. It'll help people in your life too, because you'll start being able to understand other people's feelings about things a lot better. Like it's for example, like for me, since you know I occasionally get messages from people that are like, hey Badger, I'm having a really, really hard time thinking about taking my own life, or I'm going through this, or going through that, or I'm dealing with this. For me, it's been really, really useful to have a doctor to be like, hey, what is this like? Like, what is having bipolar disorder like? What is having, you know, other symptoms that I don't understand like? And I can have a reference there to ask an actual doctor about these things, and it actually translates into my work because I have a community that has different types of people in it. You know, very open. Suicide is not a joke. He hasn't been able to seek help without endangering his retirement. Oof. That suck. Hey, thought about taking courses on the topic? Actually, yeah. Going back to college and taking courses, I really have. I would really like to... I'm going to really focus on getting back into doing my stream thing and doing all the things I want for content creation again this year. But I think some point in the next 5 years, I'll probably go back into education as part of work, in fact. Like, I'll... Whoopee cushion. Still no whoopee, so we're not mad. We're gonna get mad, but we're not mad yet. The doctor gave me a slip for work saying no heavy lifting. Oh, great. That helps. Man, chronic pain is very, it's very painful. Dumbass. Chronic pain is frustrating because the pain just affects your daily life. I feel bad for people who have to deal with chronic pain. I'm mostly okay. I've actually had a lot of chronic pain this year for the first time ever, or last year for the first time ever. Yeah, dude, I love philosophy class. So in my college philosophy class that I took, people, I actually, I stopped attending the class for a little while, and I actually started getting text messages from my fellow students. They're like, hey, this philosophy class is not quite the same when you're not there. Come back, please. Like that's how much I was engaged in a philosophy class. It's a fun class. It had a lot. There was a lot to think about, a lot to have conversations on. Like we were reading Descartes and Socrates and stuff like that, and I just kind of fit into that conversation. I mean, we talk about philosophy all the time here, actually. I just really hated it at college. I just didn't get along with anybody that I went to college with. Everyone else was, you know, at a high school, and I had just come back from a combat tour in Iraq. So I didn't really fit in, per se. It'd always be like that. Five me. Freaking jerk. Look at this MLG Dodger. Born with one kidney. What the fuck? I don't know. I know that I'm about because I dream. It doesn't work for everything, though, because ants don't sleep. You know what I learned? I learned that dolphins don't sleep. They have two sides of their brain, and they shut one off and use the other when they need to rest. But they're constantly, like, they have to actively breathe all the time. And then I learned that dolphins will actually kill themselves. I made this way too big. Holy shit. I was just like autopilot. Yeah, but it's a bit different. I was just in basic philosophy course. I'd like to try it out, though. This is huge. This is a massive arena for Terra. Did not need to make it so big. Bigger's better, though, so that's what she said, at least. So she told me. Do-do-do-do. And that's when she broke up with me. Well, to Alexander the Great. What? You guys are just doing random philosophy, or, I don't know, random quotes. You're a dickhead if you don't like Terraria. Albert Einstein, probably. Okay, look, Albert loved Terraria. He was into it. Do. Do you head to chill? All these philosophers had 0 chill. We're messing around. I think, therefore I am. By the grace of God. I always heard think, therefore I am, but until I took a philosophy class, I didn't. I accepted it, but didn't understand it. Oops. Oh, yeah. I'm getting better with this stun fury. Hey, Polar, how you doing? This is such a big arena. Holy crap. I've really made it way too big. Dragon dildo? I don't know. Ooh, wow, what size? Good. You know, wow, great question. Yeah, this is a Planetary Arena. But we're in pretty hard mode. Jim. You doing good? Let's get here. Wow, wow. Would you like anything to drink? I think not, and disappears. Nice. This is the one that didn't have anything in it. It's really weird. Dude. From a puddle with their hands. So he threw his bowl away and also drank with his hands. He's also homeless and beat his rooster. He spanked his meat. Slammed his in public. Weird. Guy seems insane. That's something crazy people do. You're glad it's a better year. You know what? It's not just a better year. We're going to make it a better year, chat. All right? We're going to make it a better year. That's the thing. Screw hoping it's a better year. I'm forcing this year to be better. Forcing it to be better. All right? I don't care what it does or what it says. Still stream it, baby! Don't mess around. Oh, oops. Dang it. Same, Kate. Same. Fuck everyone who resists. Wow, man. It's very Russian government of you. Doo-doo. Okay. Make a house here. Make a house a home. Make a hole a house. Make a whole house. Ugh. Hell, which, yeah, well, there. Oh man, it will be fine. There's no way that we're not gonna have like a civil war or anything like that. I won't think. I know it's like possible, I suppose, but it's highly unlikely. Ah, 70 damage from a freaking heckin' darn bat. Come here, use. Oh god, very bold of you. Ah, come on. I think so. I think we'll be fine. We've had close elections before. Okay. Yeah, our American politics is trash heap right now. We lost the war to Canada? When? Fuck Canada. Damn Canadians. Messing with me? War of 1812. Oh man, I don't even know about that war. Well, if I don't know about it, it doesn't exist. Ha! Yeah, I saw Gobble Army. I guess I have to go kill them. Don't really want to, but I don't have a choice. Canada sucks, yeah! The War of 1812 was lit. Nani? Daddy? There's an imp there? Canada has the best track record of winning war in all countries? Really? That's cool. Go Canada. Canada, oh Canada. I love maple syrup. God forbid Canada come after me because they'll have like a guy on like a moped with a machine gun strapped to it. Don't fuck around. Are you still speedrunning? I'm playing games quickly. Is that kind of speedrunning? I'm not sure. Oh god. Don't mess with the mounties, man. I'll mess with them. They're hot. Fuck them all day long. Do some sex with the mounties. Some dirty mountie sex. Mounted sex. You can mountie me any day. Wow, how did you not die? These guys are tanky, actually. Murder geese. We got murder hornets. We got murder whores, too. Oh. Doo-doo. Canada does actually have a lot of guns, though. So I wouldn't mess around too much. Doo. Shadefly, yeah. Those things are huge. Doo-doo. They wanted to get married. They waited to get married until the U.S. caught up. A lot of them legally married in both countries. They held their citizenship. Oh, interesting. Yeah, Canada's got a lot of guns. I think this is like just something that people are just like, oh, you know, it's not a big deal. But I mean, they need them. Fucking meese running around. Plenty of reason to have your pew-pews. Canada. Yeah, America was so behind on the same-sex marriage. And we're backwards in a lot of ways. Wow, that was a fast goblin army. Painter, come here. Buy some stuff off of me, homie. Oh, we got a lot more people here, Ghost. Just a huge, massive amount of population difference and size difference. So it's sort of incomparable most of the time. Oh god. I think we'll probably put the pylon down here. I think it's probably better down here. Hard mode and master mode. Every boss damage says wall of flesh. Did you get plenty of mining potions? Antlion bundles are kind of hard to get in hard mode. Get your upgraded boots. Anything that you can do in pre-hard mode that you need to do, you should, because it's always harder to do it in hard mode. Yeah, a lot of people like to compare different countries to America, but then don't take into account the amount of poor people we have, the amount of space that we have, and the amount of population that we have. It's just a very different country. It's like comparing all of Europe to one European country. It's because of For the Worthy zigzag. I think this should be fine. I got you, Fifi. Happy to help. Yeah, like you can't exactly compare New Zealand's handling of the coronavirus to Germany's, you know, for example. It's just not fair. Yeah, you can always break in the temple. You can just hoik in there. Am I gonna actuate it? I think I just have to leave it there, honestly. Better chat. I don't think that any of the European countries have done particularly well with the virus. Everyone's been kind of doing basically the same. Like no matter what people's policies were or actions they took or lockdowns and stuff like that, pretty much everyone's done the same. Like for example, Sweden hasn't done shit. They didn't do a lockdown. They didn't take any precautions. They didn't mandate any masks or anything like that. And they've done pretty much just as badly or as well as other people have. Every country's different and needs different things and different actions to be taken to have maximum effectiveness. And then countries with more people coming through it and more tourism and stuff like that, they have a harder time as well because it's hard to contact trace. Meanwhile, I think it was the Philippines? Some places in Indonesia are super good at contact tracing. Like they literally contact trace everybody, and they absolutely destroyed the virus. Japan did really well. A lot of the Asian countries did really well. I don't know. Yeah, it's really hard to compare. Culture is a big thing too. Like in Japan, when you get sick, you wear a mask already. But in the United States, that's not a thing. You know, and there's no culture in that. Yeah, South Korea did really well. Obviously, and yeah, it's just different for them. I hope that more people in America will be more willing to wear masks, like when they get sick, for example. I know I'm wearing a mask no matter what when I'm in an airport. That's for damn sure. Oh, I saw this really funny picture of social distancing in the airport, and like 10 minutes later they're on a freaking plane. So it's funny and also messed up, I guess, at the same time. Oh, you know, I don't even know if my state has that, Kate. I'd have to look into it. I literally have no idea if my state has that or not. Yeah, then yeah, right. A lot of Asian countries have masks because of air pollution. Yeah. So they're just used to wearing those masks. Meanwhile, America's like, my rights, government. But that's our culture. We don't like government, or we don't like we perceive government interference as a negative. My brief. What? Yeah, Thailand. Thailand has amazing contact tracing. They did so freaking well. Actually, they've helped understand the virus like big time. Red Mist episode of SpongeBob? No, I didn't. Wish more people listen to science. I think that people simplify science too much. Like, the best scientists out there know that science isn't as easy as this is that, this is that. I want to say that because, for example, the theory of gravity, right? It's the theory of gravity. Even though pretty well we know that gravity is a fucking thing, we still need to keep an open mind and constantly attempt to disprove the theory of gravity. Because science is all about having an open mind and looking at things and not being willing to just say, this is good and this is bad and this is right and this is wrong. We're constantly attacking things in science. Science really at its core is all about the scientific method. Yeah. Does anybody remember Coney 2012? Yeah. There's so many scientific based hoaxes out there. Yeah, what happened with Coney? It was like it was some guy who was lying about something that was going on. I can't remember. What was Coney about? I do remember it, but I don't remember what was going on there. The anti-neutrino. I didn't hear about that either. I would be so willing to walk around and say, science good! This internet historian? Maybe we should watch that. The best scientists out there will tell you to constantly second-guessing everything that's going on. So I'm reading, I talk about this like every stream nowadays because I'm reading it right now. I'm reading George Orwell's 1984. And one of the main points that is being made in 1984 is that statistics are very easily faked. Like, just because something looks scientific doesn't make it scientific. Just because something looks factual doesn't mean it is. There's so much to do. So, someone can come out with stats that are like, deaths in the United States are down by this amount. The CDC could say that, but how do you know it's true? What basis do you have to know that this is actually factual? Well, you need to go back and look at other stats from other sources and compare those stats to this stat in order to have an understanding. But then are those stats forged as well? What's going on there? So can you really trust numbers? Can you really trust science if science is being controlled by people who want to control you? H1N1 virus, I remember that. I remember having to get vaccinated for H1N1 virus in El Paso because we were headed to Kuwait for MOB. Yeah, rewriting the past. That's the big thing about 1984. It's this happened. This is what it was. Yeah, you can share a link. These things were occurring, but really, that's not. It's not right. Statistic never lies. Statisticians, on the other hand, right? I think they're the same thing, though, right? You can say, well, I was actually reading about Y2K recently, Mark, and it is real or it isn't real. I'm not sure. Like, the reality of it is hard to know. So it's, like, what gonna do? How do I believe my own eyes and my own senses when I can't? It's interesting, as a younger person, I was super into this thought of science is the end-all be-all, trust science. But then, as I've gotten older, I've started realizing that who's making the science? Who's doing the science? Yeah, we've gone full circle back to Descartes. I think, therefore I am. But not really, because a demon could be possessing my mind and making me think all these things out of my control. So I can't be alive, but I am because I believe in God. Literally, Descartes talked to himself. I feel bad for Descartes. He's just like, life ain't real! Life ain't real! Yeah.